Welcome back to our final segment of Chamber Exchange, the TV show. I want to thank our sponsors, St. Vincent Hospital and Bank Hometown, who helped make the show happen. And really happy to have with us in our final segment, Alan Seiffert, who was appointed the new president and CEO of the Hanover Theater and Conservatory for the Performing Arts. Alan, welcome.
Thanks, Tim, and thank you for having us and being such a wonderful advocate for all of us here.
Yeah, well, we recently were able to recognize you as part of our salute tradition at the Breakfast Club event that we had at the AC Marriott recently, and I know you're hitting the ground running. You were named the new CEO, president and CEO in January 1st, 2025.
January, yes, brand new.
So New Year's resolution,
Exactly.
kicking the year off. And I think, for many of our viewers who watch the show, the Hanover Theater, thankfully now, has probably become a bit of a household word or known, and it's been a catalyst in many ways in terms of really accentuating the arts. It has been an economic catalyst, bringing people from across New England, across the country, across the world to Worcester. So this is an exciting moment in terms of change and leadership as the facility has grown more recently. So just your background, you were head of global business development for TED conferences, and we were just talking with Maria about her TED Talks. You were vice president and assistant general manager of the Black Entertainment Television with Viacom, and had also worked at NBC Universal. So your background, what led you to say, I want to be the new president and CEO of the Hanover Theater?
No, thanks. I appreciate that. It really have to go further back because I, like a lot of people who are in theater, started off as a theater kid. And kind of what ultimately happened was I was working for a really important producer in New York years ago, and then I ended up going back into media. And I think what ultimately happened was, at a certain point in my career, when I realized I really missed the day-to-day of theater. And when I was approached about this role, Worcester's such a great, thriving community, and I was really intrigued by not just the community, but in terms of what the theater's doing and the growth there, but also it's really diverse. So what was interesting to me was, this point of the theater's life, where can it go next? And I thought that was extremely challenging, interesting. But then ultimately it was just the people and the artists, and also, frankly, just the mix of opportunities at the Hanover. It's an amazing theater space. And there's a great space we have at the JMAC with our rep. And we have the stellar, excellent conservatory. So all in, it felt like I have some skills that I think that I can bring at this stage of the life cycle. It's a great community. And it's great work. So for me, it was a kind of slam dunk. On top of that, my wife is from Providence, so
New England.
So she said, "Wait a minute, you have to look at this."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and it's been an absolute pleasure. I mean, coming in for such an amazing theater and coming in with such a strong, both. Like to think about this. It's not just a strong organization. It's not just a strong, content, but the audience and the volunteers. This is a really special place.
Yeah.
And I think that's what really got me, was the special place and knowing that we can really touch people's lives.
Yeah, and the Hanover has done that. The Hanover Theater has, I think, touched everybody in some shape, manner, or form. People are proud of it and have seen it. But you mentioned, the JMAC and the conservatory. Maybe some of our viewers might not be as familiar with those two additions and kind of how they interface, with the theater and on the work that goes on day to day.
Sure. So when we say the Hanover Theater, it's really meant to be three big areas. One is the main stage. That's where we do our Broadway shows. That's where we do these amazing concerts. Last night was a lot of fun because we had Sesame Street, and yes, I might have shaken Elmo's hand. But on top of that great main stage experience, which is the beautiful restored theater, we also operate the conservatory. This is where we offer hundreds of children and adults high quality training in the arts. Also, we started collaborating with some of our partners, and we now operate the Gene McDonough Arts Center, JMAC, which is around the corner. That includes the pop-up, which is an amazing space if you've not seen it. It is access for arts, all arts for free. And then adjacent to that would be the brick box. So what that means for us is we have a main stage, we have a great community space, but within the brick box, which is an amazing, literally black box theater, we also present our THT rep. And that's the first professional acting company in this space that does classics. So that's what we do. On top of that, in front of the Hanover, we have this amazing outdoor space. So all
just recently completed.
just
for,
recently
for
finished.
your arrival to energize
Exactly.
and program. Right?
Exactly. So for us, it's not just the main stage. It's kind of all of these, and our goal going forward is how do we end up opening the aperture? What I mean is we've done such a great job, and it's such an amazing space, but how do we open up what we can be for this community? We service a lot of people. I mean, so far the theater has, for 17 years, over 2 million people. How do we create more content, more opportunities for people? And with these different spaces, we can do that. I mean, we're so busy. This, like even right now, we have Broadway coming up. We have a children's performance from the acting classes for kids. We have these great free performances, and we have a pop-up in the art gallery, and soon it gets a little bit warmer, we'll be doing concerts. So that's just a lot.
Frank Carroll Plaza at Federal Square.
Exactly,
yeah.
yes. And so that's what we kind of focus on now. But what our goal is, as we open up the aperture, what does that mean? How do we better service the entire community? And that's really what my job is how do we end up adding more content? So we have a lot of exciting things coming up. We'll be launching a great new Broadway season. I cannot tell you yet the names, although
teaser,
I've been asked. But we'll also be offering up a brand new series, which is really going to be the first in terms of a new kind of, not new art form, but a new kind of offering. And we'll have more music. And so overall, we just want to kind of expand what we've been doing, build on that to grow and to touch more people.
Well, sometimes I think people in, the economic development sectors or even elected office or in government positions, and maybe a little dubious of, are the arts an economic driver? And I, say, look at the Hanover and
Exactly.
what has happened in terms of its growth and the activity that it generates with people, feet on the streets, but also, people want to be around that. Whether they're working
right.
or entertainment, discretionary dollars. And, we've seen that whole part of Main Street. Things don't happen overnight, but it's really transformed with private sector investment
Absolutely.
coming in and around the neighborhood and the theater district, the Mankitti Group.
That's right.
Some of the investments that have been made, WBDC, and working to redo the old Telegram building. It's really been amazing, and that programming is just going to drive more.
Absolutely. This is also a real challenging time just in terms of what's happening in the world post-COVID. It's been a challenging time. So what we think about is, what do we offer people? We offer people a place to experience something very different. And so what we're seeing is people want to have that place, that space. It's a safe space. It's a place where you can learn something. You may not love everything on stage, but you enjoy that experience. And so that's what we plan on doing, and just trying to add more and more.